If you run a building, and this is not special, this is out of my phone over the last week, we see this everywhere. And if you think you've got a compliant building, I would say you're wrong. Fundamentally, it hasn't had the attention it needs, but we've got a heightened diligence by the building certifiers for a range of reasons. They come about insurance, but come out of lacrosse, and all of a sudden, you can't just certify because Fred the builder said it's okay. Let's certify. Prove it to me. Show me what's the code, what's the BCA path, and what evidence do you have to say this is right. These are typical. If you're running a building, you've got these. We just can't ignore it. And on that same boat, we can't just say, oh, we're running one cable here. We'll ignore the rest of the stuff. If we get engaged into a building and we go to a riser, open cupboard doors, and they go, I just certify this one cable down here that we run, and the rest of it is open, AKA that one on the right there, we will put a defect report in it because it's life safety. That's what it's doing. And if we're not dealing with that, and I quite often hear, oh, we're just certifying this bit. We don't got to worry about the existing. Well, if you're a building certifier, you too have a duty of care, and it's not a cop out that we can sort of say, oh, we're not certifying the old stuff. If we know it's no good, it's no good. And if you're managing the building, you want your building compliant. That's half the battle. So this is a typical DLAP report that we would do. And for those that don't know DLAP, this is dilapidation report, I think it's actually called. And this is where you find out what's wrong. If you're tendering on a building, as in the head contractor, you would ensure you do it before you touch a single thing, because in these are a mountain of variations. If you're a facility manager and you want to manage your cost, you would do these, find the report and say, I want this done at the same time. It's the cheapest way of doing it while you're on the floor. So I'm pretty sure this gets ignored a lot. We get calls into a lot of buildings. I run, one comms cable from 5 to 6 and you come and certify it. And we turn up and we've got a 1 meter by 500 mil penetration that's a mess, and they've pulled a pillow out of the corner, run a cable and say, oh, can you now certify it? Yeah, I can, after I fix the whole floor up, or that whole penetration up, which may cost $1,000 if it's a mess. So the whole, if you touch it, you own it, and that's what we need to be dealing with. So I'm just going to run through what I think are the steps we need to run. So this is at pre-tender stage. We want a marked up drawing of penetrations. The architects generally won't say what's there, but they know there's a plumbing pipe going in. The hydraulic drawings will show that. They know there's a AV box in the floor. They know where the cables are going down and around and back up again. I would like to see on the drawing. If it's not, the service trades need to do that. You want to deal with it at the tender stage, deal with that DLAP report I mentioned. If there are any existing issues, deal with it as part of the tender, because you've got someone on the floor. It's the cheapest way you got the floor shut down. And I would suggest some whole points. So don't close any ceilings up until you've got full compliance and stickers and evidence. I, and maybe somewhat, jaundiced view, excuse me. That's my voice still angry about my car this morning. I would suggest that in your building, have someone that knows the building, have someone that can fix the contractors. We would always suggest that have a third party coming in, even if each sub-trade has a pacifier consultant or a contractor they use. Get that done, but get someone doing a third party, because you really want, and if you're building certified, you really want one person to say, I've seen the whole lot of it and it's all good and here's the evidence. And that would go for everyone in the chain. So building certifier, really want that. If you're the builder or the head contractor, you want to make sure you're compliant. If you're the building owner, you've paid a lot of money to have the work done on the floor. You want to make sure it's right. So, and then in 12 months time, someone will do another inspection, and we're then back repairing stuff. So that's pre-tender stage. There's a whole lot of stuff in there.